and look in the mirror, how could you face that? Mask on, don't even know where my face at. Plenty don't even know where waist at. All these in the room, how could you waste that? Huh? Why would you chase that? It's a never-ending run on this racetrack. No matter what, I'ma stay black. It's a never-ending run on this racetrack. Need more jewelry. What I tell myself as I'm writing my eulogy. Ask the mirror, how you put up with this foolery? It reply, how you put up with this song and dance, soulless buffoonery. Long romance, death, what it do to me? Yamagini dream was a nightmare. He was dancing with the devil for his life, yeah. We all on the dance floor. Girl, come with a dance. Puerto Rican in the breathing heavy. Little had my looking daddy. Couldn't tell him nothing cause we lost him already. Cozy boy with his spaghetti. With the money and fame, the price come heavy. The price come heavy. Like Shaq attack up on a backboard. Got me back up on a backboard. When she asked me if I love her, I just act bored. Say loser, ask for it. Living movie, blockbuster, this ain't a rental. Talking moody, all these diamonds up in my dental. I get never minded if I offend you. I need the silence, chaos, it's in my mental. You need a PJ, first class, not what you went to. You need the relay, chase money like you sane. I'll give you the boat, chain, and plane. Fame name, that's insane. Pop up. You need a in case the movies get insane. You need a ruby, the kind of jewelry that's from the rain. I'm just here to remind you, but never mind me, man. I'm here to remind you where you come from. All this peace retreat is lame done. You can never get rid of me. I live in you. Both of I offend you.
And we find ourselves at the stadium that played host to Super Bowl 52, the wondrous U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the San Francisco 49ers and the Minnesota Vikings. The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. And they'll go on the ground. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Kaiser now to throw on 1st down. He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. So they took a shot on 1st down but couldn't connect.
Well, he kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves to James.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. A gain of 6 there on 1st. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Kaiser. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. That's caught inside the 20. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. They got 29 yards that time. First red zone chance now for the Vikings. They come up 1st and 10 at the 16.
Flex round! Flex round!
From the red zone now, Kaiser throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll bring up 2nd down. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area. But they want him involved, just as you said. They want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
And give him about 4 on the play, but he's marked short, so it'll be 3rd and about the length of the football. Kaiser now. Flush to his right. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sacked back around the 8. Solomon Thomas able to drop him for a loss of 2, and that'll bring up 4th down. And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. From the shotgun, it's Kaiser. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Amari Cooper, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Vikings take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Carlson now to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10. Garoppolo on 1st down. And he'll be wrapped up around the waist and pushed down. Eric Kendricks coming hard on the blitz. He dumps him for a loss of 8. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. The former Indiana Hoosier here, Tevin Coleman. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. That one good for 10 yards. And just like that, it's 3rd down.
In today's NFL, when you get teams in long yardage situations with your defense, you're really going to go to your speed packages. You're going to get smaller, lighter guys on the field in order to cover the
blitz coming, and down he goes.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. This is brought in at the 21. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. And now out comes Minnesota. And certainly they'll be hoping to hit pay dirt like they did on the last drive. Got the football back, so a chance to go up 2 scores.
And they haven't been tentative at all in this ball game because sometimes you start a game with your script to try and get information out of the opposing defense. How will they play you in certain situations? Sometimes you script to attack, and that's what I'm seeing so far.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, Kaiser again. Over the middle, that's caught by Adams. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. This offense converted once already in this first quarter. They're going to try it again here on fourth down. They're indeed going. It's Kaiser. And this is incomplete. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game, and that will force a turnover on downs. The San Francisco offense getting their last-minute instructions before they take over here, and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs, and that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Here's Coleman. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Garoppolo to throw on 2nd down. Complete to the tight end, Kittle, over the middle of the field. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Garoppolo to his tight end, Kittle, for a Niner first down. This is Coleman. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. Good opening quarter for him. Remember, he had the sack earlier. Now a tackle for loss, another tackle for loss.
He's really making it tough on the play caller, though, isn't he? Because it's one thing to try and adjust when a guy's disrupting your running game. But when he's messing up your passing game as well, they may have to devote at least a second guy to him to try and keep him away from their plays.
Oh, and now he bowls him over. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down.
Well, it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by the former first-rounder Trey Waynes. The 40. He's at the 30. 10. And he's going to score. It's a Viking touchdown. And this defense looking like they have come to play the pick 6, and just like that, it's 13-0 early on.
Well, go back with me to our training camp visit. What do we hear during these drills? Pass. Ball's in there.
Carlson now to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The 49ers offense now, they get set to head back on the field. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Give him 30 yards there. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Coleman now. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. Tackle made by Everson Griffin.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Here's Garoppolo to throw. Drops it off for Coleman. The 20. Touchdown, 49ers. Tevin Coleman with his 16th touchdown of the year. And the 49ers are back within a score. Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover him? And you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And out now come the Vikings. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33.
Ohio!
Second down, Kaiser. Looking for his running back, and he's got it. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A gain of 39 that time.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
Great footwork, but still wrangled down before reaching the 20. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. At 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
Flex round! Flex round!
They go play action here on first down. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. So that one will be accepted. After the encroachment penalty, here's 2nd and 5. They go play action. Kaiser. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Shane Ray in there to sack him, and that is 10 for him now on the year. So a tough spot for Kaiser. The sack, and now it's 3rd and long. From the gun, Kaiser letting one go deep for the end. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. In for the score. And the Vikings are going to add on to their lead. Sometimes those tight ends are a mismatch. They found the mismatch there.
And that's exactly why you want to draw up those types of plays, because coverage is just going to go to the natural guys, the guys that make the big plays on the outside. But if you work your tight end into it, that's a tough one for a defense to handle.
Tough, they couldn't handle it. It worked out for 6. Here's Dante Pettis on the return. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. On second down, here's Garoppolo. There's the Washington Husky. It's Dante Pettis. Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. Touchdown, 49ers. Dante Pettis hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the 49ers are able to strike quickly for 6. Gold able to tack on the extra point. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. Gold now out to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. And the Vikings now heading onto the field. And, Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match at a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
And this one is incomplete. Cooper was the intended target. That'll bring up second down.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. 2nd and 10 now from the 27.
Let's go. What? 90. What? 90. Flex round. Flex round.
A second down throw now for Kaiser. Buying time to his left. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd. The Vikings on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. So 2 minutes to go in a wild first half. More from Minneapolis after this.
Ohio. Ohio. Hut. Hut.
3rd and short yardage, Kaiser. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. And the play goes for 19 yards, gives him a new set of downs. Kaiser now 9 of 15 throwing the ball, 60%, and it's 1st and 10. On play action, Kaiser. Oh, Kaiser can't get away, and he'll go down.
So this has been a lot like a tennis match, hasn't it? Back and forth. Both of these offenses having their way so far. So maybe the question isn't who's going to score the most points in this game. Maybe it's who's going to get some stops.
Yeah, absolutely. And that sack, finally a first step in the right direction for a stop. To throw, Kaiser escaping the pressure right. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the former Super Bowl MVP, Malcolm Smith. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
He's going to fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Casey Hayward. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away, and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
Flex round! Flex round!
Following the interception, Kaiser. Wide open receiver, complete. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. On 1st and 10, Kaiser. And that'll be incomplete.
We've already seen him catch a few passes out of the backfield in the first half, unable to connect on that one.
Certainly seems like getting him the ball out of the passing game, though, is part of their game plan.
It certainly is, because he catches it well, creates a mismatch. You're going to cover him with a linebacker, a corner, a safety. They feel like he can win every battle.
They'll throw here. Kaiser. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit, and it forced an incompletion.
The Vikings on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Kaiser to throw it. Eluding the pressure right. And he's got room. And avoids the contact by sliding. The coverage may be too good that time as he breaks away for 19 with his legs and a first down. Two first downs have him up to the 41 now for 1st and 10. Play action now. Kaiser. This one caught left side by Cooper. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Amari Cooper, as the first half is winding down. And the Vikings find a way to stretch their lead. Carlson now to add the extra point. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead now up to 14. Carlson now to kick this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. The 49er offense now making their way out onto the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
They'll start out on the ground with Coleman. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down. Now Garoppolo. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Garoppolo, a final shot here before half. Over the middle, and he's got Goodwin complete. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. So we've reached halftime here in Minnesota with the Vikings on top. The Vikings have to like their position. They've got the lead. They get this football as well as we are back and underway for the second half. Here comes the 49ers offensive unit as they'll have it first to begin this 3rd quarter. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things work well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Here's Coleman on the toss. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. They will run again with Coleman. Room to run past midfield. 25 yards the pickup there, and also a first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Forced out to his left. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on first down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable second and short.
Wait.
Now whistles here, and I think one of the big boys for the 49ers might have jumped. That's going to set them back 5 yards. They were looking good on second down, but now they're backed up 5 yards by the false start, and it's 2nd and 8.
Go ahead.
Now they'll throw with Garoppolo. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
That's very well timed there defensively, because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. Goodwin able to haul it in. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 18 yards there and a first down.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Only a yard on the pickup, so from a good situation on 2nd and 2, it's now 3rd and 1.
Now, that was a good job by the defense swarming to the football. And you know it's no cinch that you're going to be able to get the ball into the end zone against them. They're number 2 against the run. So what's an offensive coordinator to do? Check your playlist.
Garoppolo to throw on 3rd and 1. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Calais Campbell in there to drop him, and his great season continues. 13 sacks for him now on the year. And Gold is able to put it through, and the drive will wind up yielding 3. So unable to convert for the touchdown inside the red zone, but they do come away with 3.
Yeah, it's a 32-yarder. That's essentially an extra point nowadays, right? Because it's 33 as a general rule for these guys. So it should be a simple kick. But you know what's really strange nowadays? When they miss an extra point, I think they carry that with them longer than missing a field goal, because an extra point's supposed to be automatic.
Absolutely, and I would think even field goals inside of 30 yards, even though they're substantially shorter than a PAT, it just has a different feel, doesn't it?
A different feel, a different vibe. That's what I get from all the kickers I talk to. They always say, if I miss an extra point, that's the one that bothers me more.
And he'll get this up over the 25 to the 26. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4. Off the play fake, Kaiser. He's going to sling this deep downfield. Looking for Cooper, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
So after the INT, it's Garoppolo. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Coleman. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
But if these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Garoppolo looks to throw. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December. Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he...
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Brandon, more often than not, you'd say they've had his number, and we can count them up so far. 1, 2, 3, 4 sacks given up. But guess what? He's still been able to make some plays, and right now they have a lead.
So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. Play fake. Kaiser. And he's going to go down again. Solomon Thomas in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon.
So when you have good field position to start a drive and you give up back-to-back sacks, that can be demoralizing for a team.
So a tough spot for Kaiser. The sack, and now it's 3rd and long.
Here we go.
From the shotgun, it's Kaiser. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Solomon Thomas in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. Here's Michael Pilardi now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. Pulled in at the 24. Look at the spin.
Balance.
So dangerous with a football in his hands. Call that a return of 38. And the Niners set up well. They take over 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
21.
And on the ground they go with a running back. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
Garoppolo to throw on 2nd down. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Garoppolo, perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10.
11.
From the gun, it's Garoppolo. And that'll be incomplete. He was hoping to get that one to Tevin Coleman in space. And now it's 2nd down.
So they look like maybe his 3rd or his 4th read on his progression. Just trying to find his outlet man that time. Ends up leading him just a bit too much.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. The offense on third down tonight, they've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. They're looking at third in the nose of the football. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Coleman. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Tevin Coleman, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the 49ers have cut it back within a score.
Here we go.
Garoppolo now. And incomplete. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite. But in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a two-point conversion, all that exit, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
Now the Vikings offense works their way back onto the field. Now the previous drive they punted, but that was just the first time they've had to do so in this game.
And when they turn on the game film, the coaches will rant about this, right? They'll say, oh, God, we got to move the ball, guys. We can't punt the ball away. But they have to keep smiles off their faces because that's the first time in the game they've had to do so. They've moved it quite well. They'll overall be happy with what they've seen.
4 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it second down. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
Flex round! Flex round! Hut! Hut!
Kaiser now on second down. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Adams. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
Brandon, they're still in the lead, but momentum's certainly been going the opposite direction. So to me, that's a really important pickup there on third down.
Try and regain some confidence, and you're right, they need to stem the tide a little bit. That certainly helped. A first down throw for Kaiser. Over the middle, it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. They give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
Come on, let's go! 190! 190!
Kaiser on first down. Letting one fly deep for Cooper. So they took a shot on first down but couldn't connect.
I guess they figure with a guy who is that hot downfield, who knows how to get the ball into the end zone, you throw it up and give him every opportunity, even though that one fell incomplete.
Yeah, he's already been in the end zone multiple times. Tried to target him again deep there, but unsuccessful. Throwing again is Kaiser on 2nd and 10. Over the middle, that's caught by Adams. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38.
Now that was well defended. And as a cornerback, what you're taught when you see a wide receiver screen, either you get underneath the play before the blocking forms, or you're going to have to fight your way through it by getting through some blocking. That was a really nice play there.
Again, it's Kaiser. He's going to float this one deep right side. And is it a touchdown? No signal. No, they say incomplete. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up third. possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Kaiser yet again. And this time he's got the hookup. It's complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A good pickup there of 20 yards. From the red zone now, Kaiser completes it right side to Cooper. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open.
And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. A great play there with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Vikings are going to add on to their lead. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Carlson now to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The 49ers getting set to trot out there. Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10. And the drive starts with a handoff to Coleman. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24.
If they want to start getting back into this game, it behooves them to get better on first down.
Yeah, certainly not what they were looking for there out of the opening play of this drive. Now Garoppolo throwing on second. The tight end Kittle has it on the left side. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. And right now, defensively, you love that, don't you? I mean, you'll give them that play.
And they'll take it every single time. This is almost like nickeling and diming it downfield, and too much time's going to run off the clock.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Yannick Ngakoue in there to take him down and to take us to the 2-minute warning. Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Now Garoppolo got to have this one. And able to haul it in is Kittle. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a 1st down. 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays have been successful throughout the game that have worked in the...
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Xavier Rhodes with a pick.
Obviously disappointing, but you had to go for broke here, down 2 scores. So that forced you to make some throws you definitely wouldn't want to make. And I think this interception is going to pretty much write an end to this one.
And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 14-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Kaiser here looking to throw it out to his left. Now he's going to throw deep back over the middle. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
Kaiser. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked picked off by the former Super Bowl MVP Malcolm Smith. Two-score game here in the fourth, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a two-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on it and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
Now the defense loses him. It's complete. Touchdown, 49ers. Marquise Goodwin, his fourth touchdown on the year. And the forced turnover on defense leads to 6 points. All right, now what can the Niners do as they face a big 2-point conversion here? He's back to throw. And his throw is incomplete. Tough there. Good pass. Hit the hands. He just couldn't bring it in.
And every receiver's coach everywhere. Seeing that play, focus, focus, focus. Watch it all the way in and tuck it away.
A tough one there. They certainly wanted that when they needed it, but they didn't absolutely have to get it. They still do have 3 timeouts.
You're exactly right. They had to attempt it. But even though they didn't get it, as you noted, with 3 timeouts, if they can get these stops on defense, all hope is not lost.
And they're throwing here. Kaiser. Caught on the right side by Adams. And he'll be brought down, it looks like, right at the 40. And now the 49ers signal for a timeout defensively. As they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's taken down inside the 30. And the 49ers going to take another timeout as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in quarter number 4.
Here we go. Red 38.
Now Kaiser. Wide open, Amari Cooper. And down inside the 15 he goes. A big pickup there. Without question, that should be more than enough to wrap this one up. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. As they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. Here's Kaiser. Flush to his right. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it.
Red 38. Red 38.
Kaiser steps away to his left. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Right, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
Flex round. Flex round.
Kaiser to throw. Dancing to it, and he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Solomon Thomas in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year. And his kick is good. And that will make this a 9-point lead. So barring something extraordinary here in the closing stages, that field goal should just about put this one on ice.
Yeah, they've got to find 2 scores. So, we're not going to exactly move it over there yet. It can be done, but, boy, it's going to be a little bit of a stretch for them, isn't it?
Yeah, they would have to move incredibly quick and have some luck, too. The 49ers offense now, they work their way back onto the field. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, two-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back, and then score again. But they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly. Then they'll take it from there.
Charles, we saw a lot of points go up in this one. Certainly defensively, stuff that